welcome to Osseo High School. The spotlight is out now for the third of our tri-meet here this evening, featuring the District 279 schools. It is Maple Grove and Osseo for the Droger-Miller Cup here in our last match of the night. Jay Wilcox along with Alan Wiley, the former head coach and former Osseo wrestler here. We've seen Park Center beat Maple Grove in the first match. We've seen Osseo pull away late to beat Park Center in the middle one, and now it's the one under the spotlight here, the Osseo Maple Grove rivalry renewed here, and I know this is one the kids look forward to as well. Certainly a good rivalry.
Yeah, the stands look pretty well packed here, and a lot of students in the crowd. It's the battle for the Droger-Miller Cup, so for Osseo wrestlers especially, a lot of pride on the line.
They were victorious in this match against the Crimson last year, and can kind of take the unofficial district title tonight if they win this one, obviously, because they beat Park Center as well, whereas Maple Grove looking to bounce back.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to how the teams match up.
Yeah, you can't necessarily say they beat them, so therefore they're going to beat them or whatever. It's individual matchups and who really gets after it in a certain match tonight too. And you know what you're kind of hoping for too is if you were the team that lost in the first one, is that your guys are come back, instead of being discouraged, that they come back hungrier after that and really get after it here in this one. And obviously it's a battle for bragging rights. These guys all know each other very well, and with Park Center in that mix too, there's a lot of people who've wrestled together and against each other on the way up, and they know a lot about each other. They're in a lot of secrets. There isn't going to be too many guys that nobody knows, or what's the scouting report on this guy. They pretty much have an idea on all of them. So see how that plays out here this evening as the Crimson and Orioles get set to tangle.
Yeah, it used to be that all three teams in the districts all came up through the same youth program. Now all three schools have their own youth program. So long term, great for the sport of wrestling to have three programs feeding on up to their high school programs. But yeah, a lot of these kids saw a lot of each other growing up with different sports, and then sometimes even in youth wrestling together.
Coming out at 106 pounds for the Orioles, this is Alexander True. And for the Crimson, Thomas Schlangen.
Thomas Schlangen for Maple Grove, Alexander True for Osseo, as we get going in our 106-pound matchup to start the night. Both guys scored pins in their previous match of the night against Park Center, so both coming in with a little bit of confidence, I'm sure, here.
Yeah, the kids really love the dual meets. Even though this was a triangle, right now it feels like a dual meet under the lights.
Schlangen around for two, and the Crimson strike first here in this 106-pound matchup. It's interesting because I always feel like there's a little bit of pressure on the guys who come out, the first match of the night, and usually that's your youngest guys wrestling, obviously, in these lighter weights, so they kind of get a baptism by fire into varsity competition on a night like this.
Right? Yeah, a couple young kids here, 7th and 8th graders.
Schlangen trying to control the wrist of True here and work his way up from that waist ride.
Gotta get him off that wrist, Alex. Good. Now go. Pressure back.
Yeah, now that he's got his wrist free, now he can come up without fear getting tilted.
Schlangen, though, trips him right back to the mat.
Look away from that half.
Oh, and Schlangen turns him. True is in some trouble. Schlangen looking to pin him, and
Schlangen really has that in tight.
and he'll get the pin right before the end of the period. Schlangen winning by fall at 1:59. And so that's big for Maple Grove to finish it off for the pin to end the period there. Another look as he had it in good and tight, and you're just wondering, there you see the tapper was reaching.
13 pounds coming out for the for the Oreos,
Connor Spanier for Osseo and Caden Klopfenstein for Maple Grove here in our 113-pound match.
Yeah, Connor's got to circle with him a little bit better, change his levels. The official telling both of them kind of settle down a little bit.
Both guys won by pin in their earlier matches of the night, and you can kind of tell they're a little fired up here to come out, and as expected. Spanier sprawling here.
Looks like a stalemate coming. Nope. They'll let it play out. Back up on their feet.
Yeah, this early in the match, they still have a lot of energy to kind of battle through that. I agree. I think later in the match, I probably would have ultimately ended up in a stalemate. Oppenstein's been a little bit the aggressor in the early going. He takes a shot here.
Yeah, a few Osseo guys have been caught in this position where they can't quite score from there. There's a couple tricks they can do, and I'm sure they'll be going over in practice next week.
And they'll bring him back to the middle here, another stalemate. Nothing on the board yet here in this one as we will get down to the end of the first period, still at 0-0. Spanier will choose down.
Yep, they don't want to defer that when it's all tied up because you want to get your choice if it goes into overtime. And it goes to the first point that scores, so you pick down, hopefully get your one escape, and that might come into play later in the match. It's rare, but it happens.
Oppenstein looking for the cradle here. Spanier to his base, trying to now to his feet.
Could have been a push off or pushing him off the mat, but it's really got to be blatant for an official to call that. Still no points on the board here. Pretty closely matched wrestlers.
They've both been just kind of counteracting what the other's doing, and so not a whole lot has really happened here. We're halfway, or 30 seconds to go in this second period.
Connor in a sit out, right up to his feet.
Caden able to bring him back down to the mat, though. In a lot of ways, it's kind of a win for the top man if you go the whole period. I mean, even though obviously, like you said, no riding time in high school, but if you don't allow that escape, you feel like you sort of won the period a little bit.
We're at the end of 2. It's all tied up.
And Kloppenstein will choose down here. See if he can't break this deadlock and get an escape. Spanier has other ideas, though, working from the top.
He's got to return him here. Just keep that control. Does a nice job returning him.
Neither guy's really looked like they've been able to get anything going in terms of turning him. And Caden
Right
to
back
his feet again, same spot we were in a moment ago.
And Connor's got to be the aggressor here.
Ooh, tried to throw the cradle on.
To bring him back down the mat so he didn't get called for stalling, but he still technically has control.
Past the halfway point here, and there's the escape for Caden, and he will take a 1-0 lead as the first point of the board goes up on the Crimson side.
Yeah, the seconds tick away. It gets harder and harder to set up a good shot. Now with under 30 seconds, the other guy knows it's coming.
20 seconds, let's go!
Stalling caution against Kloppenstein as he backs away, but it's so late it's not going to matter. And he is going to hang on to score a 1-0 win.
Robbinsdale wins the decision 1-0.
Yeah, close match, but that's why getting that first takedown in the first period can really pay off if you can get it.
So Maple Grove gets the first 2 matches. They'll take a 9-0 lead.
120 coming to the mat for the Crimson, Ben Schultz.
And it'll be Ben Schultz for Maple Grove and Peter Hollingshead for Osseo.
Ben is a really tough, experienced wrestler. He's going to be going right after Peter here.
Hollingshead circles back to the middle here as Schultz has been on the attack, but so far not able to break through.
A nice slide by there. He can roll.
For the 2 there, I'm sorry, for Schultz.
Schultz with a 2-point takedown for Crimson.
So a 2-0 lead here for Ben Schultz. Trying to keep the roll going here for Maple Grove.
Yeah, Ben's kind of an awkward position here with that leg, inside leg. Not necessarily a typical leg ride here. You guys leg free. Work the stuff he knows. Kind of has a hand tilt, Butcher.
And no, not quite enough for back points there. Under 10 seconds to go in the period here. Schultz trying to run that. And going to run out of time, it looks like, to do anything more with it. Although he did succeed in, putting some pressure and roughing Hollingshead up a little bit there late in the period anyway.
Red first. Orioles choose down.
Hollingshead will choose down here.
Only the second period.
Schultz won by pin in his first match of the night against Park Center. And Hollingshead likewise. Now this one's been a little bit different. We didn't see the instant pins to begin the match as we had seen in the previous couple.
Ooh. Dangerous roll through, but it looks like he got it.
Schultz has continued to control that wrist. Now he gives it up. Hollingshead almost up and out, and he is. A good fight from him.
Hollingshead gets an escape for 1 point.
Seeing on a shot there, but countered nicely, and Schultz takes him to his back. Schultz has him in trouble. And there's the pin. Schultz will win it at 3:03.
That was a real nice job Ben did of capitalizing on Peter getting out of position on trying to finish that shot. Has arm up in the air. And Ben said, "I'll take that."
He stood 6'6" and weighed 245.
Elbows in.
Yeah, 126 coming to the mat for the Crimson. This is Jet Uzel. And for the Orioles, sophomore John Lundstrom.
Jet Uzel for Maple Grove. John Lundstrom for Osseo here at 126. You see a 15-0 lead for the Crimson on the Orioles home mat. So Uzel and Lundstrom going at 126. Lundstrom certainly the favorite here, and Maple Grove probably looking to bump Eddie Kilgard up a weight, maybe thinking that they weren't terribly likely to beat Lundstrom either way. Lundstrom in, and will finish for the takedown.
Lundstrom 2-point takedown.
Lundstrom 8-2 now on the season after winning earlier tonight, and definitely in that next wave of guys that they're looking for big things from.
Absolutely.
Lundstrom trying to set him up here.
Yeah, he's thinking 16 points all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after he saw Maple Grove come out and win those first 3 matches, 2 of them by pin.
Got cross-face into a cradle. Driving with his legs.
We'll switch it up here. Lundstrom knows what he wants to do. He just hasn't quite been able to get it locked in. And looks like the period will come to an end with just that early takedown. And we stay at 2-zip.
At the end of 1, Orioles Lundstrom leads 2-0.
Can be kind of hard sometimes when you know you're looking for a pin, and it's hard not to sort of get ahead of yourselves, and you know sometimes you just kind of have to let it develop and let it happen. It may not come instantly.
Yeah, sometimes it works to get him back up to his feet, but looks like he's got a chicken wing in here. So he's on his third pinning combination. Maybe this one's it. So far, really good defense by Jet. There he goes.
Able to get him to his back here. Lundstrom trying to put that pressure on, and he'll get the pin. So Osseo on the board as Lundstrom scores the fall. And the Orioles get their first win. Pulled to within 15-6 as Lundstrom takes care of business in the 126-pound matchup.
And Big Bad John is happy for 2 matches.
This is Eddie Gilliard. And for the Orioles, Wobble Offman.
Eddie Kilgard will come out from Maple Grove at 132, and Wabo Ottman for Osseo. And a quick takedown by Kilgard. Hips him over here.
And that would have been a fun matchup to see as Lundgren and Kilgard. But for strategy, for win the match, they bumped him up.
And Kilgard has Ottman in some trouble here, trying to lift that head. He switches his grip, takes a quick peek. There's plenty of time on the clock. Didn't have a real good grip on him though, so he'll get to his stomach anyway. 3-point near fall for Kilgard. Looking to cradle him up here now.
I'd probably just get points out of this one. Unless he can find a way to get that shoulder down, but no, just back points.
Gonna be 3 more, 8-0 lead for Kilgard, and he
Kilgard in that 3-point near fall.
now gonna drag him back onto the mat. Whoa, almost led directly to a pin there. Now looking to use the butcher on him.
I've seen that dragging somebody back on the mat and then going back after him backfire with injuries. Somebody before. Yep. Never want to see that.
Period will come to an end, so Ottman survives the period anyway, as Kilgard's been firmly in control. He leads 8-0. He'll defer his choice.
That's kind of what the Maple Grove coaches were telling him. Just settle in. You got him.
Ottman choosing up. And a quick reversal for Kilgard, and maybe more to come. Has him in trouble again here. How much fight does Ottman still have in him? There's the pin for Kilgard.
Kilgard for the Crimson wins by fall in the second period.
2:32 the time of the pin, and Kilgard scoring the 3rd fall of the night for Maple Grove, and they have jumped out to a 21-6 lead here on the Orioles. Look at Kilgard. That one kind of seemed like it was inevitable a little bit there.
At 138 for the Crimson, this is Max Johnson.
Max Johnson now for Maple Grove.
Jack White.
And Jack White for Osseo here at 138.
That should be a good matchup.
Johnson gets a takedown, and a little stung, I think, after losing an OT to Park Center for his first loss of the year. So he's going to want to come back hard at him here.
Oh, nice job, Jack.
Point escape for White.
Gets the escape, and we're at 2-1 for Johnson. White with a shot, and he'll be around for 2, and he takes the lead. And Johnson with the escape, and we're at 3-3. Here's White taking his turn for a shot. Countered though.
Max is doing a good job of getting Jack off balance. But Jack now recovers. Wasn't that front headlock?
Good entertaining first period here. I mean, both guys getting after it. Both have some experience too, though, so they have an idea what they're doing with these shots. And nothing at the end there, so we stay at 3-3 through the first period.
Tied up 3-3. Oriole choice, Orioles defer. Crimson chooses down.
Yeah, for the Orioles, all these matches become really important when you're down 21-6.
Johnson getting up and out. He'll take the lead back now at 4-3. And Johnson on a shot, but White able to drive that head down a little bit and sprawl on him, but Max staying with it.
Good scramble, nice roll through. Still a battle here, no points awarded. Right back in the same spot. Jack's just gonna try to pinch his head as much as he possibly can without crossing the streams, crossing his legs.
Hips away, hips away.
A lot of activity with no scoring here in these last 30 seconds. Now we get a takedown for Johnson, and he leads at 6-3.
Max Johnson.
So to the edge they go with Johnson now up by 3 points, and let's see, they'll go off the mat here. 28 seconds to go in this second period. Good matchup at 138.
Huge escape point right here that Jack needs. Get it within 2 to go into that third period. He knows it.
And he'll get it. 6-4. Johnson a shot, and he's got that leg. Trying to finish it late in the period.
Got to wrestle through the period.
And he'll get too late. Yes. 8-4 lead now for Max Johnson. Boy, neither guy has ever really taken a breather. They're both just trying to score throughout. And Johnson, good example there of staying with it. Gets the takedown with about a half second to go.
Yeah, you got to wrestle through that whistle. You let up for a second and give up 2 easy points. It's in a tight match. It's not a good situation.
Quick escape for White. It's 8-5. White coming forward and in on the single.
He's got his arm around his waist. That if he gets up a little bit, nope. Into another scramble here.
And Johnson will get the takedown. Nice counter by him.
Nice roll, and he capitalized on having his hips in better position when they came out of the roll. If Jack can get all the way to his feet, that's... Oh.
Johnson keeping the pressure on here. Under 50 seconds to go, and Max up by 5.
Let's go, Jack.
White running out of time to do anything late here. Under 20 seconds to go. Johnson kind of just looking to ride him out here at this point as we're under 10 seconds to go, and it looks as though he's going to be able to do so.
That was a nice job by Max Johnson.
He will win it. A 10-5 decision for the Crimson as they continue to roll early in this one. Leading Osseo 24-6. Only one win so far, the pin for Lundstrom.
At 145, coming to the mat. For the Crimson, this is David Grant. And for the Orioles, Malik Williams.
David Grant will come out for Maple Grove, and it is Malik Williams for Osseo. And Williams driving back into Grant. No scoring out of that yet.
Yeah, kind of went for the kill on that. Ooh.
Williams with a double leg shot and almost had it. Now Grant trying to throw a headlock on him.
Yeah, still no takedown there.
Good flurry of activity that looked like it was going to lead to scoring. Yeah, there we get the roll. Reversal for Williams.
4-2 right now, 4-2 Crimson. There's 2-2, no back points. Score is 2-2, no back points.
They have
got pretty tight now.
Score back to 2-2. Now Williams turning him. And potentially dangerous hold called there. And looks like Grant might be shaken up a little bit.
A little early on that escape.
Caution, Crimson.
Little early on that lace bust.
Caution on red. Caution green. One caution each.
Grant tried to scramble out of there, and the period will come to an end as we stay at 2-2. Pretty interesting first period.
Crimson choice. Red defers. Orioles going down.
Williams will choose down here.
For the Orioles.
See Coach Castro telling him explode up out of there.
Ooh.
Williams trying to figure out the best direction to turn here.
Turn to the hips is normally the right move. If somebody needs to get improvise. Back to the hips.
And he'll get his 2 now on the reversal. So Williams grabs the lead here.
He's in a tough spot right there. Oh, got his leg out.
Grant trying to work his way around. Boy, second by second, you're not sure who's in trouble here. Now Grant will get 2.
Grant with a 2-point reversal.
And Williams an escape. 5-4. And the fans getting pretty pumped about this, and the guys on the bench as well. No points out of this scramble just yet. Grant trying to pop his head through, and now he'll have a takedown.
2 points Orioles. 2-point reversal.
And a reversal here for Williams. Score 2 back points as well.
Yeah, the inexperienced scrambles can be pretty exciting.
Williams has him in trouble. Oh, he was about to call a pin, but the buzzer sounded.
3 for the Crimson. 4 for the Orioles.
Well, we got one more period of these scrambles.
Now, Coach Seibert's going to check. I have to admit, I got a little confused on the scoring. And you saw the hand about to come up, and Osseo's there. Oh, come on. It was and I think that's where we're going to have a little bit of a question on. There was such a flurry. There was the reversal, then a reversal back, then the near fall. And looks as though it's going to stay at 10-6.
Score is 10-8, Osseo.
Oh, 10-8. Missed one along the way there for Grant.
I think Grant might have had back points that they missed. Waite's got a really strong half right now. Grant is fending it. Oh!
Full Nelson call there. And score the point for Grant.
We saw that in an earlier duel. He calls it the second another hand comes up there.
So the lead is cut to 1.
Yep. One hand at a time.
Grant. Oh, and Williams brings him back to his back.
He probably wants to get his leg out and just come back out and try a half again.
Grant looking to sit out. Williams brought him back to the mat.
It's got a sink and a half here. Nope. And he's got a Turk, but probably hasn't practiced it enough yet.
And Grant trying to get out. This one has really turned into a wild one. It's kind of been the one that I think has caught the fans' attention the most.
Now you're trying to do a little coaching on the fly there too.
15 seconds to go in the period.
This one could go into overtime if Grant gets back up to his feet. Oh, he is really close. Yep.
There's
That's
an
one.
escape. We're tied, but there's a takedown
And that
for
is a takedown.
Williams. Williams will win it 12-10. Tremendous finish as Grant worked and worked and worked and got an escape to tie it. And then Malik Williams immediately takes him down with just a second or two to go. And he'll pull out the W for Osseo. Wow, that was an exciting one.
That was a great job of wrestling through the whistle. He pulled him back in and to get that double and finish with the win.
We go to 152. Ethan Moss for Maple Grove. Thomas Cornell for Osseo. Quick takedown here for Cornell.
Cornell with a 2-point takedown.
Keep in mind, Osseo's got quite a bit of strength in the upper weights here, so you don't know that a lead is necessarily safe in this one. And Cornell trying to do his best, and he'll get it. He pins Moss just 31 seconds in. And as they say, here come the Orioles. They are to within 24-15 after that pin as we move to 160.
Yep, really had him locked up tight. And that Butcher.
And now 160 pounds coming to the mat for the Crimson. Draven for the Orioles. This is Vincent Tolino.
Creighton for Maple Grove and Vincent Tolino for Osseo at 160.
And now trail 15-24. Tolino with a 2-point takedown.
Tolino getting a quick 2.
Yeah, bonus points just so important in this duel.
Escape for Creighton.
Neither wrestler is going to be satisfied with just a win. They are looking for bonus points.
Tolino getting another takedown right at the edge of the mat here. He leads it 4-1. Troy Seibert questioning whether that was in bounds, I think. Remember earlier when I said coaches don't get on the officials anymore? That wasn't in the Osseo Maple Grove match.
That was way back earlier in the season.
Oh, wow. He's going to award a point to Osseo as Troy got a little bit too animated. So a team point given to, taken away from Maple Grove.
Yeah, if you have a disagreement, you have to take it to the head table. You just can't shout it directly from the bench.
So now 23-15 is our team score. Toledo looking for the cradle here.
Yeah, he's kind of got his legs. Oh, there he goes. Didn't quite have the right grip. He's going right after it again.
2-point near fall. 6-1 lead.
Creighton doing a nice job of fending that off. He's in a little bit better position now. Oh, there comes the legs again.
Under 10 to go here in this first period. And the period will come to an end. Toledo dominating the period and leading it 6-1.
Crimson chooses up.
Creighton.
You always got to be scared when somebody picks up. Osseo coaches are telling Vincent to watch out for a cradle.
Clasping call here.
Yeah, keep wrestling even though there's a clasping call.
Two reversal for Toledo, clasping on Crimson.
So he gets 2 reversal and then the clasping call as well. We'll make it 9-1. And Creighton with an escape, and we're at 9-2. Toledo, nice shot here, and he'll get the takedown.
Toledo with another takedown.
And back points coming as well.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you got the back points and now try to lock up something for a pin.
With a 3-point near fall.
So 14-2 lead here for Toledo. Could be in position for a tech fall here. He'd rather have 6 for the fall, but
Got a Turk here.
.30 seconds to go here in the period. Toledo trying to really set something up nicely so that he could pin him, although a near fall here, a 3-point near fall would end the match as well on a technical fall. Looks like we're going to make it through the period, however, as Creighton will last it. 14-2 lead here for Toledo from Osseo.
14-2. Oriole choice, Orioles choose down.
That's a clasp.
Toledo gets up and out for the escape, 15-2. So a takedown here would give him a win. And he will get it. And that'll do it. Tech fall, 17-2.
Wins by Tech Fall. Orioles are climbing back into this match. They now trail 19-23.
So it'll be 23-20 Crimson.
20-23.
So the penalty point taken from Maple Grove for misconduct on the bench, and then Tech Fall win. Osseo's to within 3 now as we've got 5 matches to go.
At 170 coming to the mat for the Crimson, this is Mika Bay.
Mika Bay for Maple Grove.
Jacoby Jackson.
And Jacoby Jackson for Osseo here in our 170-pound match. As you see the score now, getting a lot tighter, 23-20 Crimson. And Vey in on the shot, and he'll get a takedown.
Nice shot there.
Vey with the 2-point
That's a full. Hard to not yell as a coach sitting here. Sorry, Troy. Nice knee slide for
Jackson turning to face him here and threw the headlock in, but and back points coming, and Bay is going to pin him. Bay will win by fall here for the Crimson. Got over to the edge, but didn't give up on it there, and he will get the pin. So Maple Grove battling back after they lost 3 in a row and get the pin.
At 182 for the Crimson, this is Bryce Tyler. And for the Orioles, Aiden Wayne.
Bryce Tiber for Maple Grove, Aiden Wayne for Osseo in our 182-pound matchup. Wayne turning and taking a strong shot there when they were at the edge.
Nice reshot. He's got to bring him down to the mat to get 2.
Tiber now getting the leg, and
looks like 2 for Osseo.
Wayne will score it on the edge.
Aiden's going to keep walking around the head bring Tiber to his back and get his chest back up on top.
And doing a pretty good job of it. Wayne has him in some trouble here.
He's kind of got his arm underneath that shoulder, but he's really close. Nice.
And Wayne will get the fall for the Orioles. And so Osseo to within 3 again. Wayne squeezing the arms together there and able to just kind of settle in and get the pin.
We're at 195 coming to the mat. For the Crimson,
Johan Rodvik for Maple Grove and Jacob Meisner for Osseo. A couple of pretty good wrestlers here. Meisner needing a W here, I think, for Osseo, but a couple of the better guys on each team.
Yeah, you can tell both teams really getting excited with the score close here. These guys trying to settle into their match a little bit.
Meisner getting the takedown. Roddick fighting back hard though. And he'll score the reversal. So we're even up at 2.
Orioles lead 4-2.
You don't expect them to be on the bottom long.
Meisner will get the escape now. 3-2 lead.
1 point escape.
Swing and a miss on ankle pick.
So Meisner leading at 3-2.
There's the move I've been kind of waiting for all night on that. He's got to pull that elbow. We're blocking with his far arm.
There's 2 for Meisner.
Meisner with a 2-point takedown.
2-point takedown is a lot more fun than a stalemate in that position.
Rodvik. Let's see, will we get the escape? Yes.
1-point escape.
Final seconds of the period, and we'll reach the end of one.
7-3. Osseo choice. Osseo defers.
Look at that flurry there.
Crimson chooses down.
And then Rodvik fighting through it. So 7-3 Meisner after one.
Just a reminder, all these pictures will be on Facebook with Minnesota USA Wrestling. Thanks to David Peterson for coming out taking pictures. Facebook at Minnesota USA Wrestling.
Oh, Jake capitalizing there.
And Meisner has him in trouble. And the pin for Meisner early in the second.
Putting 6 points on the board with the fall in the second.
And so Osseo surges into the lead here at 32-29.
At 2:20 for the Crimson, this is Andrew Toms.
Andrew Toms will come out for Maple Grove, and Jagger Shack for Osseo. And Shack won by pin in 11 seconds against Park Center. Toms will at least try to last longer than that for sure, as Shack, obviously one of the better wrestlers around, ranked third in his weight class, gets a quick takedown.
He's got him locked up pretty tight here, but he's got to be trying to keep his toes in, have 2 points of contact on the mat to secure this.
And he will get the pin. So Shack scores the fall in 28 seconds that time.
6 points on the board.
And so that should seal it up for Osseo as they go ahead 38-29 with 1 to go here for the Drugemiller Cup. See Shack doing a nice job. Well, the dude walking in front of the camera didn't help any there, but Shack able to stick with it.
Coming to the mat for the Crimson. This is Junior Cameron No. Cameron No for the Crimson. For the Orioles, this is Junior
Cameron No will wrestle for Osseo against Trey Williams, or no, for Maple Grove, I should say, and Williams for Osseo.
Yeah, Trey did a really nice job of stepping in when Isaac Olmlin is out for a concussion this week.
Williams had a pin in their victory over Park Center.
Yeah, it's a little more fun wrestling for some heavyweights when the match isn't on the line and they can just kind of focus on their match instead of the dual meet.
Yeah, it can really be either like the biggest pressure match of the night or a little anticlimactic overall, and that's kind of what this one will be, but obviously still important for these guys and for their teams. That's kind of the nice thing about wrestling is you've got really the two things, the team part and the individual. I mean, you can still, because in a lot of sports, you know, if you get beat by 25 in basketball, but you have a good game, you don't really feel like celebrating.
Right.
And then in wrestling, I mean, it's okay to feel good about winning your individual match, even if your team doesn't win. Ooh, and Williams will end end up on top of that scramble, and now
He's got a headlock.
yeah, this is going to be tough to get out of.
He didn't have the.
And Williams will get the pin. So it is Osseo pulling away late here. Not that it's a big surprise because we knew they had some strength out late, but you know, there was a time earlier when they were maybe getting a little bit nervous. Maple Grove had built a big lead of 24-9, but the Orioles closed it strong with 4 consecutive pins. They won 7 of the last 8 matches, and they end up winning it 44-29. So a big victory here for the Orioles. Always exciting for any team that takes the Droga-Miller Cup, and Osseo's got to be pumped up about that tonight.
They are excited. They'll be holding up that trophy up high here.
So we will take a quick timeout and come back to hear from the Orioles here as Osseo winning it over Maple Grove. Final score is 44-29, so the Orioles go 2-0 in the dual meet. We'll be right back here to Osseo.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back here to Osseo. A successful night for the Orioles as they defeat Maple Grove, rallying after they beat Park Center in their first match of the night to go 2-0 on the night. And a couple of Orioles joining us now. John Lundstrom, how much fun was tonight to be a part of and to come out and beat both your district rivals here?
It was really fun, and I got to celebrate a lot.
Yeah, you were pretty pumped up. A couple of nice wins for you there. Obviously, you guys know that you have a lot of good guys coming up in your heavier weights, but were you getting a little nervous when Maple Grove got that far ahead or not?
No, because I knew Park Center already beat them, so there's no way that they would beat us.
You guys, how do you feel about the start to this season so far, including tonight, but also the other matches that you've had? What do you think of the team so far?
I think we're doing pretty good. Some of our new guys, they're pretty hardworking.
How much might this win help you guys as you head into the rest of December now, too, to kind of be pumped up about the way things went tonight?
I think we're going to use this momentum, and we're going to carry on to our next duels, and we're going to beat them, too.
All right, thank you very much for joining us, and congrats on the win here tonight.
Yep, thank you.
And Jagger, we'll call you down here. You guys, a couple of quick pins for you there. You know, it looked like you wanted to come out and take care of business in a hurry. Were you excited about the way things went?
Yeah, I was really excited. We got both the dubs. I mean, they were a little closer than I wanted them, but we got the job done.
Yeah, is it a fun night? I mean, obviously you know a lot of kids on the other two teams, and it's all about District 279 tonight. Is this sort of a special night? I mean, besides just the outcome of winning, which is exciting, but is it a good fun night to have all three here at once like this?
Yeah, it's pretty special. Obviously, coming out on top, it's special, like beating the other district rivals. It's always a big plus.
Were you at all surprised when Maple Grove took kind of a big lead against you there, and did it have you a little concerned or not?
Not really. I kind of knew that they had some studs at the lower weight, but I knew we had more at the top. So.
Was it nice too to kind of close in style with those pins at the end? I mean, obviously you got a guy like Trey stepping into the lineup, and he came through in a big way too.
Yeah, it's really important to get the pins at the end, because that's just how our team works with the better guys at the end. So.
All right, Jagger, congrats on the win, and good luck the rest of the season here.
Thank you.
All right, Jagger Shack, one of the captains for Osseo. They keep the Drogemuller Cup here with the win over Maple Grove, and they also beat Park Center earlier in the evening. We hope you've enjoyed this one, getting a chance to see all three District 279 teams in action. Special thanks to Alan Wiley for sitting in for commentary tonight with us as well. That'll do it here from Osseo High School. The Orioles beating Park Center and Maple Grove, and they go 2-0 on the night.